Hello dear students, welcome once again in our online class. So dear student, we are going to start a new topic today. What is the name of the topic? You might be wondering by looking at the word relation at board, isn't it? So the word which I am going to, the topic which I am going to start today has linked with the word relation. It is nothing but the topic is preposition. Now what is preposition? Dear student, preposition is a word that is placed before a noun or a pronoun in a sentence to show its relation with some other noun or pronoun in the sentence. Now let's look at the example. Now if I write the book is on the table, here in this sentence, which are the noun? Book and another noun, table. So that means you have two noun in this sentence. Now what is the relation between these two noun? Okay, what is the relation between book and table? Which word is showing the relation between these two? The word on. That means one is on the other. The book is on the table. This word is showing relation to these two noun. Okay, so dear student, by this example we understood that preposition is a word used before a or placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation with some other noun or pronoun in a sentence. Okay, now let us understand some prepositional words. What are the prepositional words? Okay, now if I tell in, on, under, now what do you mean by this? In means inside. Suppose it is a box. Okay, it is a box. Now if I put an apple inside it, what can I say? The apple is in the box. In means when we use in, when the object is completely inside. Okay, that time we use in. And on means, here on means if the apple will be here, then you can say on. On means in Hindi we say upar. Okay, so when an object is placed in this way we use on. That means what? If I tell the book is on my hand, okay, if I show you these two objects, hand and book, the book is on the hand. Is there any space between these two objects? No. If there is not any space between these two objects, that time we use preposition on. Remember this thing, dear student. It is also one of the most important point to be noted. Okay, whenever we use on, that means what? There is no space between that two objects. Okay, if I tell the apple is on the table, that means there is no space between apple and table. The table and the apple are attached. Okay, now next comes to under. When I say under, that means niche. The apple is under the table. Okay, that means what? If I tell the book is under my hand, this is my hand and this is the book, they are not touched. They are not attached to each other. Okay, so in this way, in this position. But if I say the book is on the hand, that means these two objects are attached to each other. Okay, don't get confused in this. Now next comes to over. When we say over and another word above, okay, over and above, both means what? Both the word means upar. Now if I tell the book is over my head, isn't it? If I hold the book in this way, I'll use the preposition over. The book is over my head. Now when do I use above? Above shows more higher than, that means higher than over. Okay, above कब होता है? Over से भी ऊपर. Suppose a man is standing here. If I hold the apple like this, in here, in this position, then you will call it as the apple is over the head. Now if I increase the distance, if I increase the height, that time we can say that the apple is or the mango is above the head. Okay, both signifies what? Both signifies height, but over means up to a limited height and above means a much higher than a certain limited height. Okay, over मतलब एक limited height, above मतलब उससे भी ज़्यादा, सबसे ऊंचा. Okay, now let's come to another prepositional word, that is behind, beside. What are those? When we say behind means and beside means, suppose a boy is standing here, another boy is standing next to him. That means let this boy be A and this boy be B. Now if I tell B is standing beside A, B is standing beside A, beside means उसके नज़दीक, next to him. Okay, now if I say D is standing behind A, that means what? D A के पीछे खड़ा है. Behind means always backside. Okay dear student, behind means backside, beside means next to you. Okay, it may be on the right, it may be on the left. Is it clear? Don't get confused. Now next prepositional word, along, A-L-O-N-G, along and across. Along and across. Now what is this? When to use along and when to use across? Suppose there is a boat. Okay, this is a boat. If the boat sails in this direction, okay, that means in the direction of the river, here you are going to, in this case you are going to use the preposition along. Along मतलब नदी के साथ साथ ही, उसी तरफ. Okay, when we use along it means on that particular direction. But across when we use, that means we are going from one side to the other. If the boat is going from this side of the river to that means that in that case we are going to use across. Across मतलब इस तरफ से उस तरफ, from one side to the other side. Okay, that time we will use preposition across, and along on that particular direction. Okay, suppose if there is a road, if someone is walking in this way, okay, if someone is walking from this way to that way, okay, then that time you will use preposition along. That Ram is walking along the road, मतलब जिधर जिधर रास्ता गया है, in that way Ram is also going. Okay, but if I say the boy or Ram is going across the road, that means what? He is moving from one side of the road to the other. रास्ते के एक तरफ से दूसरे तरफ जा रहा है. He is crossing the road. Okay, now let us see some more prepositional word. So dear student, in, at, it is also used in case of place and time. Okay, now how? At is used in case of small places, before the names of small places or street. Suppose if I tell I live dash Pailapul. Pailapul is a village, dear student, isn't it? So village is considered a small place. Okay, in case of any village, in case of any names of street, you are going to use preposition at. But in is used in case of cities or towns. Okay, suppose I live in Kolkata, I live in Delhi, I live in Guwahati, isn't it? Names of cities or names of big places you are going to denote with the prepositional word in, and at is used before names of small places, either it can be village or street or any other certain location, isn't it? Now let's talk about another case, that is in and on. In can be again used before the names of month, before names of any given months. Suppose he will come here dash January. January is the name of a month. So before January you are going to use preposition in. So what we have understood that in can again be used before names of any month. Okay, not only in the names of month, before any mentioned year also. Suppose 1990 or 2000. Suppose as for example I have been teaching since 2001. Okay, so this or I was born in 1990. So in this case, if I give the example, I was born in 1990. So this 1990 is a particular year. Before name of year, what type preposition I have used? In. So dear student, remember in is used. In can also be used before names of given any month, before names or before any mentioned year. Okay. Now on can also be used before names of days. Suppose he will come here on Sunday. Okay, Sunday is the name of a day. Before name of day you are going to use preposition on. Not only in case of day, in case of any mentioned date also. Okay, suppose he will come back here on 20th June. Okay, this 20 is what? Name of any particular date. If any certain date is given or any days is mentioned, that time you are going to use preposition on. So is it clear? Dear student, there are lots of various prepositional words. Okay, dear student, so till now we have known about certain, that is basic prepositional words. Okay, now let us know some more. One is beside and another one is besides. Beside means, I have said you earlier that beside means next to. It can be right to you or left to you. But the word besides means in addition to. Besides means in addition to. In addition to matlab in Hindi we say iske alawa. Okay, that means what? Ram plays cricket or Ram learns music besides study. That means what? In addition to his study, he is also going for music classes. Okay, besides means in addition to. Do not forget this. Now next comes to among and between. Among and between. When to use among and when to use between? Dear student, remember, when we are speaking about two person or two thing in a sentence, in that case we are going to use the prepositional word between. Okay, between is used when we are speaking about two person or thing. Okay, when we are speaking about any two person, two thing, that time we are going to use prepositional word between. And among is used when we are speaking about more than two. It can be 200, 2000, more than 2. Okay, among is used in case when we are speaking about more than two person or two thing. Suppose number one example I am giving you. Divide the apples dash Ram and Mohan. Divide the apples dash Ram and Mohan. Here in this sentence we are speaking about two person. So as I said, whenever we are speaking about two person or two thing, that time we are going to use the prepositional word between. So here our prepositional word will be between. Is it clear? Now next, in example number 2, if I tell divide the apples dash the students. Okay, when I mentioned in this way, divide the apples dash the students, it means what? Students, it can be more than 2. Okay, that means what? In that case we are going to use prepositional word among. Is it clear, dear student? Go through it again and again, then only it will be clear. Okay, now let's see some more prepositional word. let us see about these two words, since and for. We get in various sentences. Okay, now when to use since and when to use for. Do not get confused, it is very easy. Since is used before a point of time. Okay, since is used before a point of time, and for is used before a period of time. Now what is this point of time and period of time? Do not get confused. In an easy way you can remember it. Okay, when we say about point of time, okay, when we speak about point of time, it means what? The starting time of the action can be identified, but we cannot identify the ending time of the action. Okay, suppose if I tell it has been raining dash morning. Okay, it has been raining dash morning. It means what? The action started, raining started morning time. Okay, in the morning, but it has not ended yet. अभी तक ये एक्शन कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है. So remember dear student, the action which has started in the past but it has not ended yet, in that case we are going to use since. Okay, suppose point of time, how you can remember? You can remember in this way, has starting time but no ending time. Okay, has starting time but no ending time, that is called point of time. Point of time means you can identify that action when it was started, but you cannot identify when it ended or up to how much time it has continued. Okay, now when we speak about period of time, in case of period of time we can identify both the starting and the ending time. Has starting as well as ending time. Okay, it is not a bookish definition dear student, just to make you understand so that you can remember it. Okay, so whenever we speak about point of time, again I am repeating, whenever we speak about point of time, it means what? We can remember the starting time of the action but we cannot identify the ending time. But when we speak about period of time, that means what? We can identify the starting time as well as the ending time. That means we know how much time the action has continued. Let us understand this with the help of two examples. First example is what? I have been playing since morning. If I tell I have been playing since morning, means मैं सुबह से खेल रहा हूँ. When I started playing in the morning, okay, I started playing in the morning. Up to how much time I played, we cannot identify from this sentence, isn't it? मैं कितना समय खेला, we cannot identify this thing in this sentence. You can identify the starting time. I started playing in the morning, but up to how much time I have played, I cannot get that particular time, isn't it? So whenever you use since, that means you can know the starting time of any action but you cannot get the ending time, or you cannot get up to how much time the action has continued. Now in case of for, if I tell I have been playing for 2 hours, so that means what? I have started playing before 2 hours and now 2 hours has completed. 2 hours we can know how much time is 2 hours. It is a limited time, isn't it? But if I tell I have been playing since morning, सुबह से मैं खेलना start किया, up to how much time I played, I cannot identify that, isn't it? So the timings, ending time which we cannot identify, in that case we use since. and where we can identify the starting and the ending time both. In that case we use preposition for. Isn't it easy? Okay. Okay dear student, let's move with some other word. Okay, so we can get this word satisfied. Along with satisfied, we always get confused what to use, isn't it? We always get confused what to use with the word satisfied, which prepositional word we have to use. But dear student, remember one thing, satisfied word always agree with the prepositional word with. It does not agree with any other prepositional word rather than with. Is it clear? So if you have the word satisfied, without any hesitation, without any doubt, put the word with. Okay, now in next case, angry, angry on, angry at. Now here also dear student, we get confused when to use on and when to use at. It is very simple. Just keep on mind that whenever the word angry denotes any, not with on, it will be with. Whenever angry word denotes any person, that time we use with. Okay, whenever angry denotes any person, that time we use with. As for example, he is angry with me. He is angry with me. Here angry is denoting person, me. Me is a person. That means what, dear student, the word angry, when it refers to person, that time we use with. Okay, now when this angry agrees with person, agrees with anything or any quality, that time we use at. It means what, he is angry dash my failure. That time in this case we are going to use at. Why? Here angry is not denoting person, it is denoting failure, isn't it? So whenever the word angry denotes any person, that time we are going to use with. And when the word angry denotes any particular thing or reason, that time we use at. Okay, remember, if you remember one thing, automatically other thing you can remember it. If you keep one thing in your mind, angry, when it refers to person, that time I have to use with. Then automatically when it will refer to some other thing, you will use the prepositional word at. Let us understand some other word. Deals, along with word deals in, deals with. Now dear student, here also we get confused when to use what. Deals, along with deals, two preposition agrees. Either you can use in or with. Now when to use what? So never get confused. Whenever deals agrees with any commodities, okay, commodities means dear student goods, saman, thing, that time we use in. As for example, he deals in rice. Rice is a commodity, it is the name of a thing. That time we are going to use prepositional word in. Okay, and when deals refer to any person, when it refers to any person, that time we are going to use prepositional word with. So what can be the example? He deals with his customers politely. Okay, now we have some more word. What are those? First we have come to know about deals, then so till here we have come to know about the preposition deals, satisfied, besides, beside. Okay, now here we get another word, that is made. Along with made, of and from, both agrees. Now when to use what? Okay, suppose made of, made from. If I write the table is made dash wood, Here it is one sentence. Second sentence, it will be butter is made dash milk. Now in both the case you have made. Okay, now along with made, which word to use? Remember dear student, of is used when it is physically changed. When there is physical change in the substance, that time we use of. And when there is any chemical change in the substance, that time we use from. Now what do you mean by this chemical change and physical change? Now it is nothing, very simple. Now dear student, you can see desk, okay, in which you keep your books. Desk, or simply take a table. Okay, before making a table, what was it? Before making a table, it was wood, isn't it? A table is made of wood. Before making table, it was wood. After giving it a shape of table, wasn't it wood anymore? Yes, it is wood. It is still wood, isn't it? Wood has not changed. That means what? Only the shape has changed, but it has not changed. So dear student, एक चीज याद रखना, टेबल बनने से पहले क्या चीज था? टेबल बनने से पहले वुड था, लकड़ी था, isn't it? लकड़ी से हम लोग क्या बनाए? लकड़ी से हम लोग टेबल बनाए. So dear student, physical change and chemical change, how to keep in mind what I said? Before making a table, it was wood. टेबल बनने से पहले वो एक लकड़ी था. टेबल बनने के बाद भी वो चीज़ लकड़ी ही है. लकड़ी बदला नहीं, बस उसका शेप बदल गया है, isn't it? So same way, what is this? You can see it is a bottle. It is made of plastic. Before giving it a shape of bottle, it was plastic. After giving shape, it became bottle, but still it is plastic. It has not changed. That means what? Only it has changed physically. Okay, in this case you are going to use preposition of. The table is made of wood. Why? Because after giving it a shape of table, it is still wood. It has not changed, isn't it? Now let's talk about number 2. Butter is made dash milk. Butter किससे बना गया है? Milk से. Before making butter, it was milk. बटर बनने से पहले क्या था? वो मिल्क था. बट बटर बनने के बाद दोबारा क्या मिल्क रह गया? नो, इट हैज़ नॉट रिमेन्ड एनी मोर मिल्क. इट हैज़ चेंज्ड कम्प्लीटली. बटर बनने के बाद वो फिर से हम लोग उसको मिल्क नहीं बना सकते हैं, इज़न्ट इट? वो मिल्क नहीं रहा है, वो टोटली चेंज हो गया है. इन दिस केस इट इज़ कॉल्ड केमिकली चेंज, isn't it? Have you understood or not? Physical change means only it will change its shape. Okay, it will not change its chemical. As I said, this chemical is plastic. Plastic has not changed, only the shape has changed, isn't it? But milk has changed into butter. It has no more remained milk. In this case it is chemically changed. So dear student, butter is made from milk. Okay, so hope so we have learned few prepositional words. We have not reached even 50% also. Okay, these are all just a basic prepositional words. So in our next video we will come up with some more new prepositional words. Till then, watch the video thoroughly, note it down at your copy, because all these things are important up to your class 10, up to your HS. Okay, till then, thank you, have a great day.